I take the knowledge of every anime, every movie that I have watched and are currently watching, and rehash it into inventive ways to torture you poor bastards. I am pulling my wife's entire world campaign called Edgewood now, which is a throw-up wonderful mess of Riverdale, Grime, and Shadowhunters. And we are having a ball, and I am pulling this out of my ass, and now she's even DMing a bunch of it. I have nothing ready for tonight. Let me show you, gentlemen, where my talents lie and what I'm really good at.
Bullshit.
Bullshit, yes.
And Poser's up to his neck into it. So, Poser, you're banging away on this freaking thing. You know? Frank, your backup character is outside standing on top of the manhole.
Oh, you fucker.
I want to be the next Jedi. He's gonna leave.
Oh, fuck you, die down there.
He's gonna off you Jedi so he can play one. Rushing water coming up. Care to use a force point? Yes, no. You keep saying no. That water's getting higher, buddy. Those strength checks are failing. What do you do? What do you do?
All right, at this point, I will pull out the axe, stick it in there, and use it as a crowbar to kind of pop it.
The very top ceiling where you had room is gone, and you were burrowed into the ceiling in a small shaft, clinging to rungs. You can kind of turn your axe around and bang and twist a little bit, but you're not getting a lot of purchase, and you're sure as hell not getting a lot of leverage. However, better than your fingers, I will give you a +1.
Wonderful.
Because I am a benevolent DM.
Sure you are.
And after 2nd edition, 1st edition, War for the Crown, reading pending, trying to remember Man from Syria and some Mummy's Mask, and a whole bunch of other stuff, I've probably completely forgotten Star Wars Saga rules, so +1.
All right, strength check.
Yes, please. Unless you'd like to use the Force or a Force point.
19 for a non-natural 20.
20. You pop the lid, and you feel something heavier on top of it that was kind of holding it. And you push, and it slides off. And you manage to pop the manhole, and this goo just comes up and starts pouring out onto the street. A waste bin, the corner of it, had been placed against a wall in this alley and was just partially covering said manhole. But lucky for you, you managed to push on the adjacent side and get that sucker up and push it over just a little bit, and escape certain drowning doom in shit. But you stink like high heaven. But you flop out, breathing, heavy, strength check, oh my god, and all the poop water just kind of comes out and flows, past you, around you, and engulfs you in a 2-inch depth, but you don't care.
No, it was literally up to my head and it.
You're free of that horror, chasing those terrible visions of your friends. Were they helping? What was the message? Was it just swamp gas? You turn over and throw up, emptying the contents of your stomach. You'll probably never look at seafood, coral, or anything of the like again. Sure as hell ain't gonna eat prawns.
No, I am going to exclusively eat prawns after that bastard.
If Alex were here, I'm gonna hunt your little prawn down, your little French prawn. That was a very good cameo. I have to put it to Alex. And you can hear more of Alexander in Clinton's Car Classics as a new player. One of the ones that replaced he did replace me with a half-elven cleric to boot. I hear they like his better. Meh, that's fine. Clinton's Core Classics, recorded on Sunday, posted weekly. It has become one of our most popular shows, in the top 2. And so we bread, butter it, and spend the extra time editing it and getting it out there to you. But enough about them. The Friday crew, the Star Wars crew, is reunited tonight to bring you a peek, a bit more of second season. How far can we go with this? Well, we'll have to discuss things like editing time and how popular. If you listen, if you show us the hits, if this is what you're listening to over other shows, we will give Star Wars the attention. It's pretty much simple as that. We have to focus where the fans go, where the listeners go. I feel bad for the diehard 30 that got all the way to the end and are, saying we're second season. We're going to turn Mongers Network, we're a network now, into a bit of a business. We'll try our hand at Patreon, and then you can help us directly, because time is money and money is time in this business. And, we're broke. I'm in debt. We're doing this for love right now, not money. Show me another network. Somebody show me another network of multiple podcasts that is not on Patreon, proving it's coming out of our pocket. Nowhere, I say. We're doing this for you. Thank you for listening. Perhaps you can help us in the near future. Poser, gasping in the night air. Frank, did you steal that? Were you being an asshole? Did you seriously steal that ghillie suit?
I did steal that ghillie suit.
I hope so, because I just put it in a vision.
I extend my hand and I go, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were down there. Let me help you up." I got some guys chasing me, and one thing comes to another. You try to create a blockade, but shit. Come on, get up. They'll catch us both.
You're not sure if you're still dreaming or not, but a real-life functioning, flapping, too big for him ghillie suit wearing Zin comes bolting up an alley, turns around, catches his breath, looks down, sees you covered in shit, and extends his hand.
Ghillie suit kind of strobing gently.
Yeah, uses the force, presses ass against the wall. No, get away from me, Phantom Menace!
No, I will reach out my hand, grab his, and be like, "Well, you're a sight for sore eyes, Zin."
Those barnacles are speakers. Did you just put out sounds?
Yes. And pick him up, and as he regains his feet, I look at my hand. What are you doing down there?
It's supposed to have the whale humping recording and stuff to make you blend into aquatic nature. He's he's plugged in his data stick or something into it, and he's walking, giving mad bass in the alley because they won't find us now. No, ooms. Actually, when a teenager, young college student pulls up in that car, people tend to actually move away. So
Poser would be cringing at this type of music.
They won't approach this alley.
You wouldn't even call it music.
Oh, it's not that bad. It grows on you, dude. Speaking of grows on you, get out of those clothes. Here, put this on. I take the ghillie suit off, or start to take it off and offer it to him.
No.
Yeah. Come on. Well, we got to get
It's so big you could change under it like they do at the beach, on a sheet. On a sheet, you could literally just let them drape this over you and tear at your clothes underneath. It's that big. Like I said, Zin looks like a shambling mound of coral reef. He does not look proportionate like his last ghillie suit.
It grows on you. What can I say? So, yeah, we're not going that way. I'll say, kind of pointing down the street. So,
sure.
This way?
Camera pulls out of the alley, sneaks all the way back to somebody that possibly is chasing him, the police or whatever, back to the store where he stole the ghillie suit, where Leth is being detained. Look, we know you came in here. Either you pay for the suit, or we call the security force. What's gonna be?
Well, you can call the security force if you want, but the target of the said security is running down the street. You may want to move faster.
They look at each other and speak fish speak. Maybe doesn't understand. You're about to be arrested for aiding and abetting in a theft of a very, very expensive military-grade outfit. They're giving you this one chance to pay, or they will arrest you for theft over 5,000 credits.
Okay, I look down at the tablet that I've been working at for right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to use computer.
Okay.
Basically, my goal here is to quickly pull up the registry for this shop, change its name to mine, so that when they do come to arrest me...
You're going to claim to be the owner? Screw with me.
Oh, evil genius.
It's been a test. I'm a secret shopper. Your security sucks. My man got away. Is that where we're going with this?
Pretty much.
Somewhere else on this planet, Rahal just got goosebumps.
I have been outconned.
Whoa. Somebody's either talking about me or my soulmate's out there somewhere on this planet. I got goosebumps.
All right, give me some mad use computer. Now, we in the pilot episode, we never really, I don't think we actually finished your first skill challenge of 3 successes before 2 failures on reverse engineering Dr. Evil's formula, but we'll get back to that. But hey, again, thank you, Jay. Dr. Leth is broaching upon another skill challenge.
Oh, you're going to have to find some sweet skill challenge music.
I want to mention quickly what it was actually that I was looking at. The reason that the 2 of us came to this store. Because that is important for what we're about to do.
You weren't just taking your boyfriend shopping?
No. I kind of dragged him along because I figured I might be able to find upgrades for their equipment.
Okay. Why were you here shopping?
I was looking for a hacking computer.
Oh,
another
5,000
another 7,000 credit item.
I thought there were 5.
Nope. 7.5,
okay.
Which is the reason I won't buy Frank his toy.
Well, somebody jacked the price up on a ghillie suit, and I'm not pointing any fingers.
Anyways, this slicing computer, I can find the name in a bit.
Okay.
Basically, it's the idea being as soon as you plug into a computer system, it immediately treats you as friendly.
Oh.
As long as it didn't start out being hostile.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're like, you pick up their computer off the Walmart shelf, turn it on, start using it against them in front of them with the tag still attached. I don't think this is going to fly. It's like walking to source going, give me a minute, and you're like banging away on the laptop going, do you know I own this? I'm the district manager. I don't think this is going to work out for...
We've been sitting here for like 3 hours testing his ghillie suit. I'm sure I had time to like find the thing, turn it on, test its capabilities.
What concerns me is the fact that you specifically want a hacking computer. You mean a computer powerful enough to hack minimum price is 75 credits? Or is it listed as, in the illegal section of stuff that you buy, a hacking computer?
It is a slicing computer. I don't think it's illegal, though.
I was going to say, because this men's coral and underwear don't sell hacking computer, and we sure as fuck wouldn't leave one on as a demo going, come try out our hacking computer. Security comes down here a lot. You know, you know what I mean? Like, even go to the store, electronics store, and there's like this beast of a thing, and it's like modified for illegal FBI usage. No, it's not good. No. So are we?
Hold on. There's an actual name for.
Okay,
this
while he's looking
particular...
that up, Frank, old man's in. Something about jacking up the price of a ghillie suit. I have no knowledge or memory of my last week's breakfast, let alone a game I played with any of you. How much is a standard ghillie suit? And what did I quote you?
Oh, it was like a normal one is like 2,500.
And what did I say?
Like 5,000.
Oh, this is the rare, only usable against one specific race edition. I think it would be cheaper.
Oh yeah, so it's even more. Gotcha. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
you know, okay. Think of this though. It's only used against the people that can sell it. Like,
I'd say if it's adaptive, it's worth $5,000. But if it's not adaptive, it's not.
It's got
worth
dope
$5,000,
speakers and shit
which
on
means-
it. He hasn't even found it.
Then somebody
dope
clearly
speakers.
got boned, and that's somebody's Dr. Love.
If I tell you this ghillie suit,
Wait. No, this comes back as like a light power armor. Merrick is going to be extremely
yeah, like I
pissed
said, it's like,
that someone got
if
power
I'm
armor
telling you
before
this
him.
particular suit is worth $5,000, and all you did was put it on, look at the pretty colors and light show that we already mentioned. Trust me, it has more features to make up said cost. Just ask the hacking computer.
Nice. I will as soon as we buy Dr. Leth out
All
of
right.
jail.
Well, Frank, why don't you have a peek at maybe some upgrades for that? Let's get back to the ship in question. Rahal and Merrick were actually giving the ship the once-over. They don't like let you fly it, I guess, in this dome city. But you guys were like left alone for a minute to check it out, right? We found the strange auxiliary fuel tanks. They're sealed up. We found life support and Bacta kind of units hooked up to them. You don't know what kind of weird chemistry is going on. We really got to talk to Leth or somebody about this. We found it had the basic storage capacity needs for Rahal's side business.
Upper and lower storage, they call that.
Yeah, like I guess you say. I'm assuming the two of you were banging out looking for the false plating where you guys put, I don't know, the next duffel bag of gold-plated credits.
False credits. We just chuck them in there, or we use them to scam unwitting passengers.
We're hoping that this was purchased at a police auction and that they didn't find the cavities that we're looking for.
There's like an item like poker chips or something, and then there's like that $300 like gold-plated fancy brass rings in its holder edition, and the gangsters were using said edition, and you guys just took it as real money, bagged it, tagged it, ran away during the disturbance of that club, and just thought it was real. I laughed my ass off for weeks till you guys finally counted it out. Anyway.
Well, we still have it. We could go back at some point when they're aliens.
Yes, complain to the gangster that his personal poker set that you ripped, the sabacc set, or that you ripped off, isn't worth real money.
Well, I'm sure we're going to have an onboard casino. Like, let's be real.
You turn
here,
one
folks.
cargo bay in this thing to an onboard casino. There you go.
No, it'll go in the trophy case for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Lesson
That's
learned.
number one.
So what, was there anything else you guys wanted to investigate, were concerned about us?
Check the computer systems.
Okay.
Make sure they're operational. Make sure the navigation's good.
Fuzzy dice.
Okay.
Fuzzy dice.
Are you guys familiar with a external drive, a passport drive? Right?
Yep.
There's ones that are literally the size of a passport, and it's just got a little cord coming out of it with a special double crimped USB, right? And then there's your older one that actually had like a power source. You kind of powered it up with like a little adapter, and it had the USB and plugged in, and like a nice little monolith black cube, the ominous little light on the side, right? I own both of these. I have the 2 gig one that episodes uploaded to eventually when I have time, and I have the Quickie Passport one for moving stuff around. It's the 1 gig one. There is the Star Wars version of said drive. Okay? As you're checking things out or whatever, the keyboard holders that drop down under a counter? Okay? There's a damaged one with no keyboard. And instead of like keyboard access, somebody has just used the shelf to hook up one of these auxiliary external drives. And it's plugged directly into the computing processing unit and, had access to the ship through this one console. The whole thing is shut off. But checking out the cockpit, checking out the auxiliary computer system, which has like the shields and the setup and the life support or whatever, that kind of thing, that you find this unit sitting there, not discovered by... it's kind of like when you sell a car, no one bothers pulling the air freshener or whatever's in the glove compartment or those neat compartments under your seats. If you forget your shit in the car, then eventually the mechanic's going to find it and either give it to the shop owner or whatever. But this is definitely like some kind of modification. And with a basic computer use, sorry, that I should have asked for up front.
A use computer of 11.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it's some kind of auxiliary drive. The good news is it has 2 cords, and it's powered by the actual, what it plugs into, or has a port to, give itself auxiliary power if you need it. But that's your best guess.
Okay. But otherwise, the system functions properly. The navigation information is up to date.
The nav computer is full of somebody's personal gobbledygook. They haven't reset the IFF codes. They haven't reset the nav computer. The nav computer actually itself is offline. The hyperdrive and everything are all going offline, system check. Nope.
Okay. So I will conclude my examination, go head for Merrick, and see what he has to say about the engine and the mechanical side of things.
Did we do mechanical rolls with you last time, Ryan?
Yeah.
As far as you know, everything's operational. Like the hyperdrive is functional, fueled, or semi-fueled.
Everything's hunky-dory. Many spare parts. I can make many bombs out of this place.
Perfect.
And then you find that piping and that auxiliary fuel that traced you to that one room, the cargo bay that had all the weird shit in it. That's what you were discovering. But
these I do not get. I cannot make a bomb of this.
So why it's not working in the control room? It's either unhooked, damaged, or just shut off offline. But it's not readily plugged in and running in the system check for Rahal. But Merrick tells you that no, everything's working on this end.
It is not necessary. In other words, it is extra.
Right. Sounds
Well, I wouldn't call it hyperdrive extra. It's just not hooked up, or something's going on.
Sounds good. Well, I think maybe we'll have Left take a look at this, but otherwise, if she's space worthy and she suits our needs, I think we should take it. The price is right.
I would have to agree with you, Raul. Do you want me to crush your skull?
Nah, I think I want this one to be legit. I got the creds for it.
Very well, then.
Keep it on the up and up. That way we can at least fly into places under the radar.
You're always a clever one. I'm impressed by one of your size.
Well, I gotta have something going for me.
You have many things going for you, Raul. Big slap on the back.
Speaking of Dr. Leth, Jay, you were looking up some stuff
Yes.
to complete your task.
Yes. Good news. It is not actually there is no reference to it being illegal or registered or anything like that. It's just a very expensive computer.
Yeah, so it's a computer that is capable of slicing. It has the specs. That's what they mean by it. Okay.
yeah, it's very good at doing
Okay.
that.
It's an Alienware.
Yep. Yep. Only this has got instead of the Alienware symbol, it has that green luminescent fish skeleton looking all with the gnarly shaped eye.
Well, I mean, it's a title called X-Calc, so whatever you want to imagine that to be. Basically, the first picture that came to my mind was a giant TI-83, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's got middleware inside of it. It's an Excel computer, but it's running the middleware, computer processor. Anyway, okay, good to know. So you're playing around with a demo. And while you were here, you're saying you discreetly, just kind of plugged in your stuff and just started tried to get into their, right? Okay. The computer
pretty
is
much.
friendly. However, if you want internet access, into a system where there's a registry or a deed or something, that would be passcoded. You would have to hack that. So, computer rolls. Using a diplomacy check, I believe, for a hack.
No.
Yeah, when you're slicing, it's kind of like you're using computer diplomacy.
I think you
believe
just
that's how
meant
it worked.
it acts as kind of a diplomacy thing, but you use your computer skill check.
Use computer skill check,
Okay.
yeah, but it's kind of like doing diplomacy to a computer. You know what I'm saying? This is the way they've broken it down.
Yeah.
You have to succeed against the computer's willpower, just like somebody would use for persuasion check. Does that make more sense? Use computer.
Yes.
Now,
Okay,
right.
Since this is going to be the first one to get me access, and once I have access, material changing
well,
is
you
just a
said
straight...
have this computer gives you free access. Hello, I'm friendly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it makes it friendly immediately.
Right. Okay. So you automatically find and figure out, through their website, like the mall's website or whatever, there's, a staff section, like a tab or whatever for pull up their pay stubs and everything. But this, because it's made by the company that posts this website, there's a back door or whatever. Anyway, so you get past the regular stupid gobbledygook and it's friendly, but to get in this door, or like I said, it's still
Yes,
passcode.
as what I was getting at is that this is the final, once I've through here, that's just a quick matter of quick editing. So I'm going to use my Flash of Insight as a Arcadian,
Okay.
which gives me a straight up +5.
There is no computer that lets you do a full hack in 2 rolls, even if the first one's a freebie. There's no way.
Okay, well, I will look that up quickly about how long that would take, but
There's computer slicing, there's a page on it or whatever, but you go at it like diplomacy. Like I said, you get in there, there's friendly, the DC is 10 or whatever, and then you start hacking away, and they approach it like a persuasion versus the computer's willpower, and then they get into DM's discretion about how secure is the system, how many checks do you need, can you run it as a skill challenge, yada yada yada. Otherwise, any street thug could just walk in here and do what you're doing rather easily. So if the challenge isn't in the being noticed, the challenge is definitely in the software. Now, I'd still like you to have some kind of bluff or stealth or whatever check. You're approached. Frank's on the drape. How about this one? How about this one? No. It's like, oh, and there's a guy going, oh, I see you're looking at the Excalibur 6000. It's brand new. It's excellent software. Demos, it's more than just fishy pulling on this. And to tell you, we can do quite a lot with the system. It has the new Minnow processor.
Really good, Jeff. Really.
He says, most convincingly eyeballing you.
Okay, so you wanted like a stealth roll to hide what I was doing while that was happening.
Well, he sees that you have like the store website up, which is fine because it's also a catalog, so he doesn't really, But if you want to still play or talk to him or get rid of him, like, what do you want to do here? You're an electronics store. Trust me, there's many people in shirts, and they will constantly hound you and trade you off as you move around the store. At least they do At least they do down here in Canada. Aquarius, Canada. See what I did there?
Got like one of the front lapels kind of pulled open a little bit. It's got kind of zippers in the front. And I'm turning this dial, and every click, it's a different pattern. Oh.
Okay, so the security force shows up, and there's the back of Frank in his flasher pose. The one panel and some poor Syrian doing, like, I don't like this music. There's a scene for the books I want to etch in everyone's memory. The baleful look on the Syrian's face, not because of he's seeing Zin. Everyone's seen Zin in the shower. The dude just wanders around the cabins at night on the Banshee. No wonder the captain never came out of the cockpit. No, I'm talking about, he's put off by the music, so he's making a weird face. Maybe the hands are up, and there's Zin draping the one side, going, you like this? You like what you see here?
Quick question.
Music.
Look at this.
Playing. Yeah, and there's sexy music playing.
Why do we keep referring to a security section chasing after
Well,
him?
yeah,
Because he ran off, and then
much
they
invisible.
immediately blamed me and didn't do anything to go chase him.
They called the cops.
No, they didn't. They turned to me and it's like, well, you going to pay for that?
Yeah, there's guys in front of you, but trust me, there's a guy behind the counter on the phone calling security force,
All right.
describing a running, coral suit.
Describe him. I can't. I can't just. It's a pair of boots running down the street. There's nothing else.
He turned on the light sequence. He's lost to us.
Oh, well, I mean...
Trust me, I run security at my own store. There's two guys on you, but there's nods and points and whatever and signals for like her to pick up the phone and get things.
Yeah,
going.
but I mean, the implication, the tone I was getting was like they were holding me hostage to pay for something that I didn't buy.
Sure.
That's why I was trying to hack into the store.
Well, okay. Wait, hold up.
Oh, you're trying
we
to
can run
delete
it like
the,
this.
Well, this
They
has
already
kind of
called the
gone off
cops,
the rails here.
And it's one of those, if Jay doesn't pay, then Zin gets arrested and Jay gets arrested. If he does pay, then they walk.
Well, don't look at me. I had nothing. I ran with something, and now
Are there two cops admiring my boots?
So we can
There's
run
somebody,
it like
there's
that.
Are
somebody.
those the boots?
Have two
You're
security
not cops,
forces
but
walk
somebody's
up,
walking by,
see
attracted
just
to the
a
music.
pair of
there
boots
he is.
just sitting there, and then a cone-headed goth covered in shit, just like, oh god, what?
Yeah, they would, they want the cops en route in case this guy runs, so they can always wave the cops off.
You're goddamn invisible.
Okay, it's not a stealth suit. It's it's camouflage. We can see it. We just don't recognize it for the man inside. I don't know how camo works in the States, but up here in Canada, and our bright orange hats that deers apparently can't see.
No, you're invisible.
You just put it on, turn on the LED show, and
That's why the military paints all their boats and shit and planes all those weird colors, because humans just can't see them.
Yeah, and again, standing next to the guy who's covered in fecal matter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm assuming you can always add +2 to your stealth roll there's in just by kind of making swimming motions and guppy faces at them.
Let us be known that feces is worth +2 to your stealth.
More like a persuasion to, like, go away.
I'm not There's no way I'm arresting him and putting him in the back of my car.
No, you're free to go, sir. You're free to go.
You're free to go the other direction. All right. Let's see who salvage this.
No, you couple.
You see what happens when you guys go off module,
So I turn and I look and I'm like,
Somebody's at this alley.
Are
Just
these
assumed
guys
the security force, okay? You were the one that's like, they're chasing me. Yeah, somebody happens to stop. The DM goes, it's the security force, but we didn't exactly verify that before.
No.
Truthfully, Jay did point out a couple of things.
I clap him on the shoulder. They found us, and then step behind him.
Quick, Guppy, to the fishmobile.
No, wait. Are you guys near the sewer entrance that is like to the brim with shit? Jump in it.
To the Brit. No.
Oh, Coral Man and Sewer Boy. Quick, Sewer Boy. To the lower levels. No, I'm not going with you. You smell like hell.
I look down at the sewer opening that's just kind of bubbling shit. Look up at the cops. You can see the kind of matrix numbers rattling through my head as to how we're going to get out of here. I'm like, I got nothing. You?
Actually, there is a repelling synth rope built in to a harness, and it actually has the gear attachment going. You know, they show stuff and they show, like, instead of just the rings going, ooh, this will take this extra attachment. Sometimes stores will like dig up said attachment and attach it going, look, it does this, right? So again, upgrade number 1, there actually is the proverbial bat gun that has the synth rope that you can, grapple,
I would like to fire that up at a tall building.
Yeah.
Frank, you have to do it like this. I surrender. I give up. And it accidentally fires off and pulls you away.
And as it starts to pull, I grab the collar of my companion there. Who knew?
Were you at all actually trying to get out of your clothes? Because it would be hilarious if your tank top just went with them and now you're naked and covered in shit.
Specifically at this point, Poser actually would have been untying
He's got
his
just boots on. Well, I think
those,
we found
he's
him.
got leather pants, the police are the troopers are like, well.
to empty him out.
Hello.
The boots that they saw there before are still there, and you're gone, but they're there. Freeze!
just boots and pants,
boots
one
and
might
pants.
say.
Boots and pants and boots and pants.
Hey, it comes full circle. I hope there is a couple listeners that actually listen to every show that we put out. I have fans in my store, and they listen to everything, and so I ask them questions. Oh, it's funny. You think people when you put out this much content and they really enjoy it, they'd fanboy you. I fanboy them. I'm like, every day they hit the punch clock, and I'm like, ooh, I got this new material up. Have you seen it? Listen, what do you think? And they're like, I gotta go to work, man. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone, creeper. No, wait, but the suit has a grappling hook.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So out goes Spider-Man synth rope. Attaches to something, and you pull, release, and it starts yanking you, and you just try to grab him by the back collar.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah, with a belt.
Now, if you look at the artwork, which is now being colored, I must add, Conehead here has this big mane, like a horse's mane, that goes all the way down the back of his head. You can just grab on.
At this point, why not?
Whatever you purchase on. He's slick and covered in shit. I just hope you get a good...
Specifically at this point, Poser actually would have been untying his boots.
So he's bent over, because this just helps the picture so much. Okay, let's just back this up here in time. Might be security force, might not. Might just be a passerby that doesn't hate the unts music, okay? Coral Man has got his back to the exit of the alley, and he's showing one flat. Okay, we got Poser kind of bent over in his boots, covered in shit. There's something welling up, something dark and nasty welling up beside them. And then Zin is aware of the trespassers, freaks out, finds the grapple gun, shoots it off, reaches for you. You're bent over, so it grabs you by the belt and away. Okay, so I want a ranged attack roll from Frank to hit a very low DC of the side of a building, and I want a strength roll from Frank to hold you. Otherwise, he's either going to snap your belt out of you, or you're going to get up a couple feet and then he's going to drop your ass back into the shit.
Or get a horse wedgie.
Yeah. Well, that's a natural 20.
Okay, so this roll will be a +2.
Oh, no.
If there's any time to insert the Wilhelm yell, it's here.
Oh my gosh. Hang on just 1 second. I'm struggling here. So
That's okay.
So this will be a DC 10 to hit the broadside of a barn. So I got a 2 higher. So 12 to hit the broadside of a barn with my grappling hook.
Okay. It grapples.
Yay.
This is brand new high-tech stuff, man. $5,000 should tell you the time and your elevation. You are 3 squares above sewer level. You are 4 squares, times 2.
And you smell like
Did
sewage.
I just make him the Spider-Man suit? They call it Karen. It talks to you. How long has it been since Poser changed his clothes? It has been 17
I don't know. I think I just tore the underwear off him as I go shooting away, leaving him behind.
What'd you get?
Strength check of 1.
Strength check of 1? You grab him, and all he does is like stumble sideways as you rip away, and just like the belt just comes away.
Not natural.
Just the waistband of his underwear.
Drop.
And his pants, you manage the pants.
He unbuckles his belt, and I end up grabbing it.
Would you like to use a force point, Aiden, to save your pants? I'm going to burn through every force point he has before he hits the next encounter.
You're just 20 feet in the air with a belt.
They just come off like a pair of
Yeah, I know,
Adidas
and he's like
tearaways.
whipping it. You know, I'm so sorry.
No,
This suit's awesome.
Who knew?
no, I'm not going to burn a force point, Jeff.
I'm so happy.
A force point for dignity? A force point for dignity.
No.
Anybody?
Nope. It's amazing that leather pants didn't stick to him.
No.
You know, it's just how they came down is just
Poser
remarkable in itself.
is done with this, with all of this.
Oh, sorry.
It comes down at the end of this pose like,
For the
fuck
record,
you,
they're not
force.
currently black
Fuck you.
Well,
jeans.
they aren't leather pants. They're like black jeans.
Brown.
He wore his brown pants.
Oh my god.
Smart move. Smart move. We should all be.
There's not
learn
going to
from
be a
this.
third season. They're just going to abandon us in droves when they get to this episode. You know, the saving grace was the special Bill Murray Scrooged episode, and it was like, oh, how clever! It's Christmas. Gee, I'm Jeff, you're a genius. No, thank you. No, you stop. No, you're a genius. We all had a good time. Then we get to this nightmare.
Hey, now.
Coral Man and Brown Pants Boy. You know,
In fairness, you did cover him in poop.
I'm swinging from a building with a belt in my offhand. What more do you expect
Awesome.
from a sniper?
it's awesome, right? Zin's having the time of his life. He never wants to leave.
Never. I love this place.
He just stays and becomes a vigilante in Aquarius. Coral Man. They left him stranded, but he's having the time of his life. Who knew?
All the pelts will be mine.
Meanwhile, Dr. Leth, got those numbers for me there?
I do.
All right.
Okay, so the numbers we've got here for use computer, connecting computer to deeper systems. That's a full round. So that could have easily been done. Like they currently aren't looking at me.
Oh, yeah, no, we're retconning you to the point of possible arrests. And you talked about, you know, we were focused on Zin. So I'm giving you this time. We're like, okay, what were you doing while, you know, in and out of...
I was testing the thing. Okay, how far back are we retconning?
Well, I'm assuming you're not going to stand there holding Zin's purse, looking at the drape and giving him opinion every 5 minutes. You've kind of wandered over to the supercomputer, and then he comes out and looks around and then sees you and yells across, hey, how's this look? You know, yeah, great, whatever, wave him off, continue hack, right? Some store guy comes over, bugs you, right? Convince him you're just
Go back to main screen because I'm already testing. Yeah, that's fine. So then after he leaves and they basically threaten that they're going to arrest me for someone else's stupid move. Yeah, I will then.
Well, hang on, you jumped ahead here. So
Okay.
you're trying to hack into the system, right?
I was using their computer for it, as in like, it's like it's a
Okay,
portable computer.
I think we forgot something. The computer itself, even though it's up and running as a demo, right, is programmed to show you what they want to show you. If you want online access and stuff, you have to hack the hacking computer.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the main point, where right
Yeah, that's fine.
now your computer use, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't just plug in and go. It's, you know,
This
otherwise
is
people
a-
could dump viruses all over the net by just walking into a source store or Best Buy.
Okay, so this is the getting access to the hacking computer.
That was good. I like that. We're keeping that noise in there.
16.
You know what I'm not hearing? I am not hearing appropriate dice rolls.
They're inappropriate ones. It was like fart noises or something.
No, I see that. I have to have the browser up or you don't hear it.
I can re-roll.
No, it's there now. It actually...
I got a 16.
Yeah. All right. Use computer. Right. Okay. So with your data pad, you get in, pull up some specs, know that it's a worthy computer, talk to the guy, blah, 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 get rid of him, and then begin hacking. And now you're into the computer.
Yeah, and can use it as a full actual computer. Basically, I wanted to test out its capabilities before I made a purchase on it.
Now, wouldn't one argue that hacking this computer with security is the same as you using it to hack a computer with security, which would take more than one roll?
No. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just gaining access to it, which gaining access to a computer is actually quite...
Yeah, it's like 10.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now, the supercomputer, I'll give it a +2, or I should even give it like a +5 or whatever, but still, 16, you're in. Okay. And then you wanted to get onto the net and
Yes.
use the storefront catalog, internet, their website to rifle into the store and then try to get into, like, find some kind of clue as to get into the files you want.
Yeah, basically I want to test the capabilities of the computer while I have it here. See how easy it is.
So what is your
to get
intent? You want to rewrite a file on the Aquarian World servers that you own this store.
That's jumping ahead again, but yeah.
Okay, because that
Eventually.
would not be in this computer, that would not be in this mall, and would not be in the system. That would be in, like, government file. You know what I mean? A deed
I don't need
to a
to.
building.
I don't need to get at those ones. My theory is, considering how racist, like galactic base stormtroopers seem to be so far, I'm sure that they would take one look at this thing, at the deed, basically, see that it has my name and my identity on it, be like, okay, these guys are lying.
Oh, who says we're calling troopers? We're calling fish security, like mall security, like local beat cop kind of thing. There is a presence, but they're acting like military martial law presence. And if they see a disturbance or if they intercept your call, then yes, stormtroopers might show up as well. But we're not going to call stormtroopers to get your butt out of here. It's not like we're defenseless. No, thank you. The Gestapo are here. No. They'd rather call their own cops. The fish police.
Well, either way, this should take me, looking at the numbers, it should take me anywhere between 1 to 10 minutes, depending on, like,
Yeah,
the
no,
role.
Enzin was going through multiple outfits. That's easy. You have the time. Okay, so give me some rolls here.
Okay, so this is the one where I'm going to actually use the new computer.
Okay.
The hacking computer.
Yes.
That gives me a +3.
Yep.
And I'm also going to use my special ability, so +8 total onto this roll.
Yes, the racial ability where you get to add +5 to any roll, or just the knowledge roll?
Any knowledge or use computer or medicine.
Okay,
that kind of thing.
great. I forgot the name of your race. You're an Acadian?
Arcadian. Yep.
White hair, milky white eyes, pale.
For a total of 33.
Okay. And where are you trying to get to?
Getting access to basically to the deed.
Okay.
I don't need to make a
You're trying to
permanent
get into the
change, but-
city server, and you do.
Yes.
Okay. You get into the city servers.
Yes.
You get into, ownership deed type of thing of, like, you want to own the building, you want to own the franchise that's leased to them out of this building.
I only need to own this particular store.
Okay. All right. I'm going to roll percentage that it's corporate and not privately owned, or franchised and, there's a private owner. Which, I wouldn't say an employee, but like a manager, district manager would know. Not a corporate store, privately owned. And you write over your name and ID. So long, Catfish Sims. Hello, Dr. Askaleth. That's your full name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dr. Askaleth. Proprietor, part owner of a franchise of this outlet of Best Buy, Guppy Buy, Walmart, Fish Mart. Help me in here, guys.
Technofish.
Technofish. Technofish for the win. Okay. Technofish and Sundry. So
Okay.
fast forward to them giving you shit.
Yes.
And now you're going to say, you're going to start in a persuasion role of like, well, actually, this whole thing's attested I'm your owner and here's the proof. Is that where we're going with this?
No, I was basically going to be like, I will wait. You can bring back my friend and he will return his property. Or if you don't want to, then feel free to bring in the authorities.
Okay.
Because from my foreigner understanding of law is that, like, I haven't stolen anything. You can't arrest someone because they walked in beside someone else who stole something. So I feel like Leth feels like he...
If you're together, they can detain you and they can interview you for all the guy's information and find out your ship and all that kind of, you know what I mean?
Sure, you can detain
But
me.
you're like, I'm going out that door. It's like, no, you're not. This is why.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're going to play the waiting game, they show up and they detain you.
Excuse me, but there's a mistake.
How so?
Well, for one, these men don't own this store.
No, there are employees here at Technofish.
They're attempting to kick me out of it. And I am the owner. What of it?
Is that true? They turn to is that true, Mike? I've never seen this guy in my life. He's off-worlder.
Well, here, take a look.
So you're the owner, right?
Would you like to check the lease?
All right. Not here though. They take you into custody. They take you downtown to sort this out because they don't have that access.
Yep.
You know, they actually have to go to their their superior. They can't just pull that stuff up. So they take you down to, you know, fishy security or whatever. Okay. And this place is overrun with stormtroopers that are like leaning in, taking over or whatever. And they take you to a guy who is his superior. And dude is trying to do his job. And right beside him is an Imperial Lieutenant Liaison Officer standing there looking snobby and displeased and correcting the man constantly on stuff he does. Now you may have to deal with some stormtroopers. Anyway, they bring you in. They process you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And funny enough, with Imperial being a stickler to, you know, code or whatever, the Imperials would actually back you up. His name's on the lease. Is this a problem? Who do we hate more? The almost looking human Corellian guy or the fish people who were occupying?
Arcadian.
Arcadian. Well, we hate everybody. But
Brilliant Arcadian tomato.
yeah, they would use this as an excuse to lean in, you know. So they have him, you know, drop the charges, blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff.
Thank you very much. Am I free to go?
And you're... Oh, no. You're out to the frying pan and into the fire. Now the Imperials have your name, and it's on this lease or whatever, and it's like, so let me get this straight. You've owned this technofish for 6 years, and you've only chosen now to visit?
Why not? It's stock exchange.
And they, you know, I don't see a record of you captaining or owning any ship that's topside or in the city, Dr.
I only just got out of university. Do you expect me to bought my own ship? Check my father's records, please.
Well, there's no record of you on any sort of transport, so how did you get to Aquarius?
Oh, that was a long story.
I have plenty of time.
Quite a few pilots who don't know how to fly.
So camera fades out as Dr. Leth just happily tells him the tale. How I got here in 5 paragraphs, you know.
Do I envy you?
You're in luck. I remember
Good story.
everything precisely. Even the Imperial guy kind of blanches a bit, like, oh shit. Usually that intimidation tactic works. What the guy's like, no problem. He just starts spitting out, you know, complete.
35 days ago, I woke up.
Yeah, like complete bullshit. The left just like
coffee.
rambles it off like he's reading out of a textbook. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so I'll have
The driest English story
I'd
ever.
like the persuasion roll of your life, because technically you're lying.
First one.
Yeah, no shit. Can you use that +5 again, or is that like once an encounter?
It's once an encounter, but I don't think it works for
Okay.
persuasions anyways.
Okay.
Oh,
that's right. It has to be like a knowledge thing.
Persuasion. Okay, and I will...
Unless you can turn this into another skill that favors you. Just sounds like, you know, bullshit story that you want them to buy. Like I said, you're not registered, like, because Rawl and these guys fly into the radar, you know what I mean? Like, the Banshee, which is a legit trader under Captain O'Keefe, okay, landed, registry, dropped off, what? Nothing. Civilian tourists or something, you know, doesn't give names and everything. We're trying to keep this all right. And no one cares. But once trouble starts, they start looking into, then they're kind of like, well, this is suspicious. There's no names. This is 5 passengers, you know, blah, blah, blah. So unless you name the Banshee, probably a bad idea. You know, you're fabricating a ship you came on, and these ships, like the transports that come, like the bus and everything, they have a list of names they have and purchase. Can you show me the receipt for your ticket? Like all this paper trail and stuff that you're digging yourself a hole.
I wasn't really planning on lying. I didn't think there would be much problem with saying I came on the Banshee.
I don't see a problem with it. We're not leaving on the Banshee, are we? If all goes well.
She already does.
Put the Imperials on her.
We never said we were the heroes.
She's driving
in the
around in a
first
space
place.
yacht. Talk about entitled.
Keith works for Senator Organa, your boss.
Ooh.
Your current, shall we say, manager is Captain. It's just
Yeah, no, it'd probably be a good idea to not implicate.
that's causing
anyone.
more problems and cost to your benefactor while charging him to do your news services on your own ship. It doesn't really,
Well, it's fine. I can roll for persuasion. It's just not.
You can do whatever you like because that's the
Yeah.
coolest thing about an RPG.
Yep.
But you are smart enough, and I am kind of obligated to okay, let's think this through. Yada yada, just a little bit.
Okay. Can I do a knowledge bureaucracy to actually know?
Ah, yes, dealing with Imperials, dealing with red tape that you have to your eyeballs in. You go ahead, yeah.
Okay. Quick knowledge bureaucracy of 16.
Okay. Getting an Imperial to look the other way is hard, but Imperials are notoriously ambitious. If you could provide something that would give him gain, and they usually screw you over. Oh, thank you for that warehouse tip about the Solarians that are smuggling. This will advance my career, but I'm still going to process you. So that won't work. But they are notoriously ambitious. Okay, so ins and outs. With this knowledge, what do you want to do with it? You have a couple options. Trust that he does not want to drudge through the red tape that you are, listing. Oh, but there's this and this and this and this and this, and you'd have to check this. Keep the list of ships hopping, sounding sensible and legal, but long for him to check in on. You know what I mean? Making processing you too much trouble for him to spend his day on.
I would probably want to give so much details that it all just kind of glosses over.
Do you want to burn a force point?
Sure.
Because it always sounds like I'm always trying to make the player's life easier, going, there's a skill point. But, ladies and gentlemen, if he's burning them now, they won't be burning them in combat.
No, I'm perfectly happy with burning it.
No more force points to save your lives.
Okay, so this is for the knowledge bureaucracy.
Yep, D6.
There's the 4 for 20.
You paint a vivid picture of, what's going on, and he buys it, and he starts bulking at how long this is going to take. You start providing documentation, data stuff or whatever, blah, 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 this type of thing. And again, just overwhelm him with, what he would
The various
do.
ship hopping I did ever since Arcadia.
Well, not just that, but he's starting to clue into, and you
I start way back when and just kind of slowly go through every excruciating detail of my transit. Eventually getting to getting to the point where I start mentioning. Oh yes, I remember this. It's fine. I remember having a bit of trouble with this in the last planet I stopped at. It took approximately 6 hours, but I've got time. I'm sure you do as well. It was Lieutenant Eden, I believe, that specifically detained me. Oh, I believe I could possibly get you his contact information, although it is... last I remember, that planet was having a bit of difficulty with the communications systems. It should be fine. I'm sure you'll be able to reach him soon enough.
Okay. Do you actually mention Felucia that has a unknown Imperial prison outpost on it, saying that you were just detained there?
No. I'm mentioning.
You're just glossing.
I'm mentioning detainment of.
Hoping he doesn't actually ask for specifics, pulling the truth and glossing over it, letting him picture any planet that. Okay, I gotcha. All right. Well, my willpower isn't 20. I don't know if you're going to roll bureaucracy too. For what I know. Oh, right. Well, I guess it would be kind of a roll off, right? What do I know about bureaucracy? Ooh, 19. Unfortunately, because of your intent, he knows exactly. Instead of him not understanding what you're talking about, this actually works to your advantage because I have such a high bureaucracy. He knows, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's you take your car in to be fixed, and the mechanic overwhelms you with mechanical gobbledygook, and you're like, wow, it sounds expensive. In 3 days, it is. You have a guy that knows something about a car, but the mechanic is very, very specific. You see this crack here? Yeah, I know, that's a regulator. Exactly, and you know what's going to happen if we don't fix this right away. It's going to cause problems in your carburetor, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? You're actually using the guy's knowledge against it.
Mm-hmm. Just gets him tired and pissed off. I've dealt with that.
Get out.
Excuse me?
Go. Leave my side.
Okay.
And
thank you.
And anyway, he does tell you though that there's going to be a stormtrooper, contingent sent to the store and watch it. You know what I mean? I mean, poor fish tech, but hey, that's okay. You could always sell it, right?
I'll probably return it at some point after I'm off planet, but...
Oh, that's nice of you. So instead of selling it...
or you could use it to have a steady income.
I have a free computer now, so...
And a free ghillie suit.
No, so you actually return. You will actually, when you first chance, you will return.
Yes, I will return the store.
Okay, that is good. No gain. No, I'm not saying it's worth
Just
a
make
light
sure
side
you
point.
recount
I'm not
these
saying what he
adventures
did was a
to
dark
Rahal.
side point, but at least they're not like illegally obtaining shit to like sell and leading us down. That's very very nice of you.
Oh, a retail storefront on Aquarius is a
Yeah,
great
there's an
front
alley
for my
with a
smuggling
sewer
business.
access
I'm just gonna
nearby.
say that right now. Oh, it's the perfect. Yeah, it's so good.
A little backed
It's
up
all
right now.
coming together.
All right. Moving on. Matt, you're happy. Looked over the ship. You know what's what. You want to go cut a deal, get Leth, your money man, and I'll reconvene your crew.
Yep. I think we already struck a deal price wise. I think it's just about
Okay, so you go back and track down the guy that was busy and like let's make this happen. Okay, so you need to call your crew to you to transfer funds because I believe Leth and like everybody had a stake in the ship, did they not?
No, I had enough to cover it, but I am completely flat broke. Their stake is going to come into getting us fueled and supplied.
Okay, I bought a ship. It's empty.
Well, wait,
You just put gas in my tank.
Wasn't part of the purchase
You got
including
gas money?
like
Yeah, that's exactly it.
supplies and fuel, I think, or at least to get to like the next like kind of station.
Yeah, the full price technically implies the...
Gas, grass, or ass, guys. No one flies for free.
Yep. But there was another charge. We're at the bottom of the ocean. You're not gonna fly this out of here.
Point.
Well, if it's space worthy, it should be freaking.
When's the last
seaworthy.
time you saw the space shuttle at the bottom of the ocean? Everybody goes, they're fine.
Theoretically.
And the space capsules, they used to land in the 60s,
that
floated.
was
So the
Just,
astronauts don't drown.
Yeah.
I'm saying that although it may get to the top of
No, it actually makes
Okay, we're
sense.
going
It
that
actually
angle.
makes sense. There would be some bureaucratic bullshit docking fee that they're going to stick you with when you're trying to leave. That's just
they put it in a
standard
cargo
tactic.
sub and they're going to ship it to the surface. You got to pay, but it's not a towing fee. This is a shipping fee.
No, that makes sense.
And,
But
and because it's an entire ship, it's going to be expensive to take it all the way to the surface and safely deposit on said surface just because of the size of it.
Were we coming back here?
Now, if you want to pay some money up front and get Aquarius Prime, they'll ship it cheaper and faster too.
Prime is free. Again, wow.
no, screw
No,
that.
at the moment I see him going over the document, he kind of stops.
So, well, I'll find out. What docking.
Where you
they're
guys come
gonna
in?
have
Like you
it
can
shipped
actually they can float it straight up to where
to. Absolutely, yeah. No, like because I mean, there's going to be the port, but what docking bay? Like the address as to what dock our ship is actually
Oh.
going to be connected to.
Well, there's only one docking bay in the entire Star Wars universe, of course.
69.
Sure. No, come on. Docking bay.
I don't know.
No? I know there's a number. I just can't. Was it 67, 47? I know it's not 42, sir, because that's the life and answer of everything. No? Docking bay.
Oh, from New Hope, where the
Yeah. They're always like, it's in docking bay 94. Is
Is
it
it
94?
94? Sure, 94.
We're just going to edit this because now there's like any Star Wars fan that are listening to us or they're
We lose
screaming
them.
at us. So let's moving on. Docking bay
Wait,
94.
I think it is 94.
94. It is.
They're so quick to Google rules and shit going, yes, Jeff, we have this.
I just
down.
know. I
We're so
googled it. I
smart."
googled it. It's 94. Docking bay
Okay,
94.
there we go.
94.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. He says, sorry, 95. That 94 is taken. They're making a movie or something down there.
95. Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, no, JJ Clams or something is shooting a
Some
movie.
Falcon that's claiming to be the millennial.
The Millennial Falcon. Oh my God, the jokes. The jokes.
Are getting worse. We need to wrap this episode up. So, gentlemen, you head on down to Docking Bay 95.
95.
You
Get on the comms.
You get on the comms. Rahal, let's have it.
And just general broadcast. Okay, fellas. I think we're just about done conducting our business here. Head on down to Docking Bay 95. I need to talk to you about transferring some creds over so we can pay the docking fees and get this show on the road.
Be there as soon as I can.
And I open a private channel with Rahal.
When you get a chance, would it be possible for you to lock Zin in a closet somewhere, that would be very helpful. He owes me some money.
Locks it into the closet. Is he drunk again?
I hope not.
Well, apparently he's out of the closet.
Oh, that almost came out my nose. That almost came out my nose.
I just made Frank spit up his beer.
You bastard.
A few CCs did.
So I pat myself down. I chime in. I'll get there as soon as I can. I'm having some problems.
Dangling from the side of a building with a belt.
Can I get my belt back, you bantha fodder?
Yeah. Hit the release button. I can't, so I'm just dangling here.
He's still at the top of the alley. He just can't reach the roof.
Oh, hey, left. Yeah, run, buddy.
So this is your bullet wound.
Sorry, I should have said that first, right? But that ruins the surprise.
Oh, but don't tell him that. I have plans.
Oh, I know.
You realize this guy is technically your doctor. Like the next time you're wounded, or even when you sleep, Yeah, you're test subject A for whatever shit he concocts from Dr. Evil. I need a healthy specimen. The old shriveled man will do, walking past Merrick, the mighty soldier of flesh. No, Zin, I want you. Inject.
I do believe they wanted me to work on the implants at some point. There's a feat for that later that I can take, and I will need practice.
Inject him with window cleaner. It kills the brain last.
Hey, now. That's not funny.
Oh, I was thinking of making it so he could never get drunk again.
He implants a
That could be fun.
blood filtering device that cleans the alcohol out of his system before.
Can't be poisoned.
Oh, that's mean. That's so
Converts
mean.
that into it into energy for his sight, so he can see better.
Sorry, run this by me again. You do what?
Oh, I was going to implant a system into him, so that as he drinks alcohol, the alcohol is converted into an energy source, such that he has better eyesight.
Oh, like a blood filter nano system, like anti-poison, and alcohol is a foreign body, and
something
you
like
just can't
that.
get drunk.
In this system, there are implants that you can get that are for advantages in combat. I was simply planning on tinkering with the idea of utilizing one that requires alcohol for
If
power.
you go up to Zid and tell him there's implants that'll make things better in combat, you know what he's going to think? He's going to go right back to that alleyway where he's flashing things and what kind of implants can I get?
Hook me up, Doctor. I mean, why are we still standing here?
Do my pants need to be on for this?
They feel so real.
Anytime you
I don't
desire.
know about you, but my pants are already off.
My credits are your credits. Well, I was thinking about him lengthening his barrel, but sure, whatever floats your boat. In Aquarius. Well, gentlemen.
So I'll head to Docking Bay 95 and wait patiently for the rest of the folks to roll out.
We all head to Docking Bay 95. Zin, unable to shut off his speakers, playing our theme song. Matt, you want to take us out? It's the age of...
No, I can't turn this off.
Oh, we did actually. That's how I ended the last episode.
When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, and love will guide the planets, and peace will rule the stars. This is the planet that we are calling Aquarius.
Double-sided funnel of people singing that start funneling into your alley. There's in underneath you. And you're just no, doing it to your light show camo. Right?
Ron, I think I hear something.
Somebody get a ladder.
They know the choreography.
All the fish folk are like, oh, flash mob, and they all start dancing behind them. Yeah.
Of course, it's the planet's themes. It's their national anthem. You just imagine a ball game, and there's there's the one celebrity that comes out, when the moon is in the 7th house. It's not a crap. And, and the coral is nice and ripe. I don't know. I can't remember that song.
Hearing this over the comms, I'm quite pleased with my new purchase.
We'll see you next time.